Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Do you have an older Tesla Model Y and wish you had that glowing LED strip in your dashboard like the latest Model 3 Highland and Model Y Juniper? In this video, I'm going to show you how I installed an LED light strip in the dashboard of my 2021 Tesla Model Y. I ordered this LED light strip from Amazon, and when you open the box, you'll find some double-sided tape, which I didn't use, a quick start guide, a remote control, which by the way did not come with batteries, but I'll show you in a minute how I installed one, a plastic squeegee, which I didn't use, and the light strip itself, which has a USB-A plug as the power inlet and a button to change the settings. Also, you'll notice there's a plastic connector in the wiring that you can disconnect, which we'll need during installation, as I'll show you later. So, as I mentioned before, the remote control does not come with a battery, so I had to go out and buy one. As you can see here, it'll take either a CR2025 or CR2032. So you just need to pull the battery holder out like this, drop the battery in, and push it back into the controller. So the way I decided to power this light strip was using a 12-volt USB power adapter, which I plugged into the 12-volt socket in the center armrest. I got this one from Amazon, and it has two USB-A outlets, as you can see here. So now, on to the installation. I'm going to be inserting this LED strip in the little slot in between the air vent and the dashboard, as you can see here. The upper piece does lift up a little bit to help you slide it in there, and it amazingly does stay in place without any adhesive. So I started on the right side of the dashboard by inserting the end of the light strip with the power cable on it into the slot in the dashboard. And I had to open the passenger door to run the wiring on the right side of the dash. And I had to open this panel right here to route the wire through the glove box, which I'll be showing you later. But first I had to install the light strip itself. So again, I started on the right side of the dashboard, pushing the light strip into the slot by hand, working my way from right to left until I got to the other side. When I got to the end, I realized I had about an inch of extra lighting compared to the other end, which may not be a big deal for some of you, but it bothered me. So I pulled it out and moved everything slightly to the right to make sure it was centered. So as you can see here, it does overhang slightly on the right side, and on the left side, it overhangs by about the same amount. Next, you'll need to open the right front door to access this panel, and you'll have to open the glove box as well. Then you can just snap this panel off, and it'll look like this. Next, you'll need to route the wiring behind the dash panel here. So you'll need to gently pull it forward a little bit and push the wire behind and underneath. It'll look like this, and then you'll just push the wire into the space behind the panel. Then you'll need to disconnect that wire connector I talked about earlier so you can route the wire through the side panel into the glove box. Then you can snap the side panel back in place. And inside the glove box, make sure you run the wire down and to the side so it doesn't get caught on anything, and then close the glove box. Now you need to run the wire across the bottom of the glove box to the front of the center console. Start by pushing the wire up and under the glove box to hide it, and when you get to the center console, you'll need to tuck the wire up and behind the trim piece to hold it in place. It should look something like this. And now you'll just need to tuck the wire gently behind the trim piece and run it to the center armrest along this piece right here. And when you get to the front of the center armrest, you can just run it up and over the trim piece into the front part, which has a slight gap so the wire doesn't get caught, and the armrest still opens and closes freely, as you can see here. So you might be wondering, why didn't I just run the wire under the trim piece to hide it better, instead of running it up and over the trim piece? Well, I tried removing the trim piece, as you can see here, and there really wasn't much room to run the wire underneath while still having the ability to snap the piece back in place. The holes you see here are where the snaps go back in, and if I tried to snap the piece back in place, it seemed a little too tight, and I didn't want to damage the wire. So I decided to route the wire on the outside of the trim piece instead. So what does it look like when it's all said and done? So here's the remote, and you can change the color or make the lights do some interesting animations, but I decided to stick with a solid color for now. Also, another thing to note, because I plugged the USB into the 12-volt socket, the power automatically cuts out when you close the door, and automatically turns back on when you open the door, which makes it look like that LED strip was meant to be there, giving it that OEM look. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Bri the Tesla Guy.